So ano pong reaction doon sa sinabi ni Congressman na Marcoleta na bakit sinisingle out si Vice President Sara doon sa mga sa confidential fund?
Yun nga,
Mhm.
etong mga kongresista, as if they are so clean. Eh, mga bulok din kayo. Isa-isahin natin. Like itong si Kimbo.
Mhm.
Oh,
Okay po.
you're just a mere teacher. UP ba siya? Teacher ba siya ng UP? Noon naka-tricycle. Ngayon, ano na? Acting like a big, billionaire.
Mhm.
Pati mga relo, mga bag, mga pagdadamit niya, yung brooch niya. Saan mo kinuha yan? At saka yung husband niyan may kaso din ng graft and corruption.
Ay si Abante. Anong
Ito naman si Amante Pastor yan. I remember, nung panahon na kalaban ako ni GMA, ginamit niya ng auntie ko, may she rest in peace, para ako patahimikin. Sinagot-sagot ko yan. Pastor ka? O-offeran mo ako ng pera para na ako manahimik? No way. At saka, may nagsabi sa akin sa mga distrito niya, and I have to double check it first, na mayroon din kaso yan ng child abuse.
Oh.
So, ipapacheck ko muna. Pa next week, maghalongkat ako dahil baka mamaya ipatawag ako at mamaya aarte-arte yan sa akin. At least mayroon akong pambala sa kanya. Opo.
Ayun. Okay, maraming salamat po.
Opo, thank you.
Ma'am, reaction lang po dun sa mga nangyayari ngayon sa Senado at sa Kongreso.
Kongreso? Well, I'm calling it as a house of contempt. Not anymore a house of Congress. Sobra na. Gusto nila yung kung anong gusto nilang sabihin umarinig, yun ang dapat ilabas. More than an investigator na sila. Hindi naman sila mga korte. So, itong quad committee na to, mga they feel like they are above the law. Na kung sinang gusto nilang at saka kagaya nung KGM Garma, below the belt. Kung mayroon silang iimbestigahan, yung doon lang sana, within. Hindi na yung pati yung kabit, yung boyfriend, bakit mga malinis pa sila? Yung apat na chairman ba, mga malinis yan. Actually, may kilala ko dyan, dalawa. Ang time na ako yung patawag ng Kongreso dahil dyan sa PCS.
O, balita nga po namin, ipatatawag din kayo sa Kongreso.
Opo, dahil daw doon sa PCSO, issue ng 90B. I don't mind. Marami man akong papeles dyan. At saka, during our time, I was the only director na hindi pumirma doon sa IRR. So, I'm willing, no problem. Pero sabi ko nga doon sa tumawag na congressman, within PCSO lang. Kasi pag lumampas sila dyan, abay, ibang usapan na yan. Hindi ako paano sa kanila. Kung i-contempt nila, walang problema yan.
Paano yung pag kina-contempt kayo doon? Magdadala na kayo ng damit?
Pagpunta ko, dadala na ako ng damit. Para hindi na ako kakaba-kaba na wala ko. Dala ko ng aking mga gamot, insulin, kasi diabetic ako. Pero,
Pareho pala tayo.
hindi ako papayag na papastusin ako na kagaya ng ibang mga resource person. Kasi, ang nangyayari dyan sa quad committee na yan, yung gusto nila ang masusunod. Which is not, hindi naman dapat na ganun. Dahil kung hindi naman, mali naman talaga yung gusto nilang iparinig o ipasabi, ay aalma ako.
So ano na ngayon ang masasabi niyo sa takbo ng mga pag-iimbestiga sa Kongreso at Senado?
Halatang-halata naman. Halatang-halata na. Isa lang ang tinutumbok nila dyan, alam na natin. So, kaya tayo na mga Duterte supporters, magkaisa tayo. Dahil para na ito sa bayan. Hindi na ito politika, kundi usapang bayan na ito.
Oo, pero sinasabi po lagi ni Vice Sara na hindi naman siya tatakbo sa 2028.
Well, hindi naman siya pwedeng magsabi ng ganyan kasi siya naman ang talagang inaasahan ng taong bayan na makaahon sa gobyernong ito ngayon, sa kasalukuyan.
So sa ngayon, ano po yung inyong mensahe dun sa mga kongresista at mga senador na talaga namang grabe na yung ginagawa nilang pagtatanong sa sa kanilang mga resource person?
Well, sa mga senador at saka sa mga congressman, ilan lang ang boto nyo? Especially for those congressmen. Niwala pa sa 1/10 of the votes na nag-garnered ng ating Vice President. Sana kung magbibigay man lang kayo, if you will invite a resource person, treat them with respect. Kasi buti nga, binuntahan pa kayo. Pero ang nangyayari, pag hindi ka pumunta, isumpina ka. Pag pumunta ka naman, babastusin ka. So saan pupunta? Ngayon, kung ako, ipapatawag, ay ibang usapan yun. I will...
Willing naman kayong pumunta?
I'm very willing.
Okay.
And I will answer with PCSO issue lang. I will answer it straightforward.
So ano pong reaction doon sa sinabi ni Congressman Marcoleta na bakit sinisingle out si Vice President Sara doon sa mga sa confidential fund?
Yun nga, etong mga kongresista, as if they are so clean. Eh, mga bulok din kayo. Isa-isahin natin. Like itong si Kimbo. Oh, you're just a mere teacher. UP ba siya? Teacher ba siya ng UP? Noon naka-tricycle. Ngayon, ano na? Acting like a big, billionaire. Pati mga relo, mga bag, mga pagdadamit niya, yung brooch niya. Saan mo kinuha yan? At saka yung husband niyan may kaso din ng graft and corruption.
Ay si Abante.
Ito naman si Abante, pastor yan. I remember, nung panahon na kalaban ako ni GMA, ginamit niya ng auntie ko, may she rest in peace, para ako patahimikin. Sinagot-sagot ko yan. Pastor ka? O-offeran mo ako ng pera para na ako manahimik? No way. At saka, may nagsabi sa akin sa mga distrito niya, and I have to double check it first, na mayroon din kaso yan ng child abuse.
Oh.
So, ipapacheck ko muna. Pa next week, maghalongkat ako dahil baka mamaya ipatawag ako at mamaya aarte-arte yan sa akin. At least mayroon akong pambala sa kanya. Opo.
Ayan. Okay, maraming salamat po.
Opo, thank you.
Inquiry of the
I would
Honorable
like to
Abante.
ask the Honorable Marcoleta, is he rebuking this committee?
What is the question, Mr. Chair?
Are you rebuking this committee?
Why am I supposed to rebuke the committee? I am
You
not.
have been saying things for a while.
What?
You have been rebuking this committee.
You are saying that.
We're not blaming the Vice President on this.
I asked
Honorable
the question.
Marcoleta, we
I asked
are
the
not
question.
blaming
You do not have the
the-
right to demand
1 minute,
that.
1 minute suspension is declared by the chair.
Move to suspend.
first respond to the manifestation of the Honorable Marcoleta. Let me cite Section 4, Rule 4, Section 1, last paragraph, which provides that the filing or pendency of a case before any court, tribunal, quasi-judicial, or administrative body shall not stop or abate any inquiry conducted to carry out a legislative purpose. What we are doing right now is we are doing our mandate. This hearing is in aid of legislation. So wala pa naman po tayong inaakusahan dito. The fact that the issue is still with COA and is still pending appeal, it does not stop this committee from conducting an inquiry in aid of legislation to conduct or to carry out our legislative purpose. So, yun lamang po. With this, I would like to give the... Ilang minuto pa po? Ma'am, you still have 1 more minute.
Mr. Chair, in response to the Honorable Marcoleta, this representation did not say that the OVP is questioning the power of the Congress. However, Mr. Chair, I wish to state for the record, how else will you interpret her refusal to answer? How else will you interpret her refusal to take an oath? I think, Mr. Chair, the only reasonable interpretation on her gestures is that she refused to participate in the investigation or inquiry in aid of legislation that we are conducting. Secondly, Mr. Chair, about the notice of disallowance, we take cognizance of the fact that this is not yet final and executory. As a matter of fact, the COA commented that the OVP has a period of 180 days, equivalent to 6 months, to solicit to make an appeal for the purpose of seeking for a possible reversal of the ND. However, Mr. Chair, kapag ba may ND, bawal na bang malaman ito ng publiko? Kapag ba may ND, bawal na bang imbestigahan ito? And it is on this light that I invoke that public office is a public trust, and at all times, we are accountable to the Filipino people. In response to his comment about the possibility of the ND being reversed, I think I made a manifestation already in the last budget briefing of the DepEd. If in the event that the ND is reversed, in spite of having this inquiry already, the COA is not precluded. The COA is not prevented from sharing to the Filipino people that the OVP was able to justify, and therefore we are reversing the ND. In conclusion, Mr. Chair, I wish to emphasize that there is no law which prevents the Congress, which prevents the COA from discussing, deliberating on the subject matter of the notice of disallowance. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Can I still have a question?
I will give you 1 minute.
Para lang po sa understanding ng mga Pilipino, pwede po bang pakidistinguish in layman's term confidential fund from regular fund in 2 aspects? One is procurement, second is liquidation. Because we've been discussing about CF, confidential fund. The question is, naiintindihan ho ba tayo ng mga...
Na po ang presence po ng mga kinatawan ng Commission on Audit. Gusto ko po sanang itanong mula sa kanila, ano-ano pong mga opisina ng ating pamahalaan o ahensya ang pinagkakalooban po ng intelligence and confidential funds?
Attorney Camora, please respond.
Confidential funds are given to NGAs, to LGUs, and some GOCCs po.
You can elaborate, Madam Representative, sino po sa mga LGUs ang binibigyan po ng intelligence and confidential funds?
Sa LGUs po, depende po sa LGU, sa POP po nila, Mr. Chair.
Hindi po ba yung mga opisina ng mayor ay nakakatanggap ng intelligence and confidential funds?
As long as it is part of their budget, Madam Chair, ay Mr. Chair.
Kaya nga po tinatanong ko sa inyo, kayo po nakakaalam kasi kung sino-sino sa kanila. Karaniwan po yung opisina ng mayor, nakatatanggap po, maaaring hindi lahat, ngunit nakatatanggap po basically yung opisina ng mayor. Tama po?
According to the joint circular po, LGUs whose peace and order is a priority concern, sila po usually yung nag-allocate ng confidential funds.
Kaya nga po, base po sa record ninyo, may mga mayors po, opisina ng mayor, ang nakatatanggap ng confidential and intelligence funds. Kasi po kayo ang nag-o-audit eh.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Para hindi na tayo magtagal, ganun lang kasi. Pati po opisina ng gobernador, nakakatanggap din po ng ganong klaseng pondo, hindi po ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yun pong PNP, nakakatanggap po.
Intelligence fund po sa
Opo,
PNP.
yung AFP, nakakatanggap po.
Yes po, Mr.
Ang
Chair.
opisina po ng ating Pangulo ay nakakatanggap po ng intelligence funds.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ngayon po, sa mga karamihan po ng opisina ng mayor at opisina ng gobernador at alimpang mga LGUs na maaaring makatanggap nito, depende sa kanilang pangangailangan. Yung AFP at saka yung ating kapulisan at ang ating ang opisina po ng ating Panguluhan, masasabi po ba ninyo na merong na-issuean po ng notice or notices of disallowance sa napakaraming opisina na tumatanggap ng ganitong pondo?
Mr. Chair, pagka meron naman pong mga ibang agencies na katanggap
Kaya nga po
ng
gusto ko pong malaman, halimbawa 2022 at saka 2023, ballpark figures lang po, ilan po sa mga official sa mga opisina ng mayor na nakatanggap ng confidential or intelligence funds ang subjected to notices of disallowance? Ilan po sa opisina ng gobernador, ganun din po yung tanong. At saka sa iba't ibang mga opisina po, para malaman lang natin, kahit ballpark figures lang, ilan po yung na-issue nyo na notices of disallowance concerning these types of funds?
Mr. Chair, wala po kaming data on the said information today because we only have data on the OVP po. I cannot give an exact number
Bakit
po
po?
today.
Kasasabi nyo lang na meron din kayong sinubject sa notice of disallowance eh. Bakit po yung opisina lang ng OVP ang meron kayong record?
Yung hawak po namin ngayon, Mr. Chair, since ito po yung subject ng inquiry, we are prepared as to the OVP. Pero as to other
O sige po, ganito na lang. Meron po ba kayong estimated na bilang ng na-issue nyo na kayo po kasi pag intelligence and confidential funds, kayo po yung auditing unit ang nakatoka para tingnan po ang pagkakagasta ng tipo ng fondong ito. Tama po?
Tama po, Mr.
Okay.
Chair.
Makapagsasabi po ba kayo ng estimated number? Ito po, kinabibilangan ng opisina ng mayor, ng gobernador, ng ISAP, ng kung ano-ano, ng siguro po, maski National Intelligence Security Council, AFP, ang kapulisan. Can you provide us a ballpark number of the notices of disallowance that your office has initially issued?
Mr. Chair, I cannot give you a ballpark figure now since hindi naman po ako involved sa entire ICFAO. So,
wala po bang isa sa inyo na nakaupo ngayon sa aming harapan ang makapagbibigay man lang ng estimated number? Napakarami po ng mayor, napakarami po ng gobernador.
Precisely, sir. Kaya sa ibang division, wala po akong...
Pwede ba natin sabing 100 or 500 notices of disallowance?
I cannot say po, Mr. Chair.
How can you help us? We are supposed to be doing this in aid of legislation. Kaya namin kayo pinatawag para tulungan nyo kami.
Mr. Chair,
Ang sabi po ng jurisprudence, which was quoted by no less than the former Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, Reynato Puno, quoting various jurisprudence. Kasama na po yung Arnold versus Nazareno. There should be a legislative purpose. That's number one requirement. The number two requirement, there should be pertinency in relation to those legislative purpose. Kaya po
Congressman Marcoleta,
tinatanong
you
ko,
have 1 minute.
tinatanong ko po ngayon, gaano karami, o sige ganito na lang, marami ba ang na-issue nyo po na notices of disallowance in connection with these types of fund?
Sir, I really cannot give an exact number
Hindi nga sabihin mo
today.
lang, marami.
Attorney,
Medyo marami.
Attorney Camora, could you please submit the documents that the Honorable Marcoleta is requesting?
Yes.
Kasi sa ngayon,
Mr.
bago ako
As to the
magtapos,
numbers.
Mr. Chair, I want
Yes,
to wind
Mr.
up
Chair.
now.
Yes.
I want
please
to wind up now. Can you at least sabihin mo lang, marami, medyo marami. Pati ba naman yun, hindi mo... Ang dami po nating mayor dito sa buong Pilipinas, ang daming gobernador, pati kapulisan, ISAP, AFP. So sabi mo kanina, marami na-cover ng... ilan ba?
Madam Chair, kung yung current year, I can answer na
O yung,
konti
yung
lang
on
po.
the average noon, yung halimbawa 2020, 2021, 2022, by way of your experience, by way of your former data.
Previous years po, I cannot say since bago lang po ako sa ICPAO. So, we could just provide you po with the documents.
Please wrap up. One last question, Congressman
What
Marcoleta.
about to the other members of the Commission on Audit? Through your experience, let's say in the last 10 years, wala kayong may bibigay? Alam po ninyo kung bakit ko tinatanong ito? Kung marami po kayong na-issue, at alam ko marami talaga, na notices of disallowance, pupuntahin natin dito lahat, hindi lang ang Office of the Vice President at dapat umupo dito. Lahat na po ng inisyuhan nyo ng notices of disallowance must sit here para makagawa po kami ng mas maganda, mas balanse na batas. Kung pag-uusapan po ay ang paggamit nitong intelligence funds. Do you understand, Madam?
Yes, I understand po the question.
So
However,
the committee is expecting to receive the number as well as the pertinent records pertaining to the issuance of notices of disallowance to the municipal mayors, governors, the PNP, the AFP, and such other agencies who are recipients of intelligence and confidential funds, because later on we will also summon them and sit with us. Thank you, Madam Chair, Mr. Chair.
Congressman
Thank you.
Marcoleta, you cannot move because you are not a member of this committee.
It's good that you have raised that, Mr. Chair. I am a vice chair of this committee. On September 4, I was surprised because I saw the journal that I was replaced by my comare. The question is, if I am replaced as a vice chair, does that automatically mean that I am removed as a member of this committee? Before you answer that, Mr. Chair, I think I need some legal basis before you answer that.
Yes, your removal from the vice chair, you were removed in a plenary session, House Rules. Now, under Section 28 of the House Rules, it provides that the House shall, upon the recommendation of the Committee on Rules, organize committees, their membership, and jurisdiction. Therefore, your removal as vice chair and member of the House was a plenary action, and therefore, it should be the plenary who should include you as member or as vice chair. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, it was very clear that I was removed as vice chair. I was not removed as a member.
Because you were
There is this distinction between being a member and vice chair. If I
Yes,
was
but-
removed as vice chair,
but your appointment as vice chair, you were not appointed as member. Your appointment was as vice chair. So hindi naman po kayo
Mr.
in-appoint
Chair.
muna as member bago kayo ginawang vice chair. Your immediate appointment was as vice chairman, and therefore your removal as vice chair will remove you as member also. Yun po yun.
Well,
And it's a
that is
plenary
your-
action. The committee has nothing to do with it.
that is your opinion, Mr. Chair, but I am expecting that some kind of a basis should be presented that upon removal of a vice chair, that automatically also removes him as a member of that committee. That's all I am asking, Mr. Chair.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
We have already answered the manifestation or the inquiry of the Honorable Marcoleta. Next to interpolate is sino?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, with the permission, with the indulgence of Honorable Dionisio, I would like to recognize the Honorable Paduano.
Mr. Chairman, under our rules, there's a motion for a point of order, and this is one of the highest motion that should be ruled by the chairman. So, Mr. Chairman, just a parliamentary procedure. The chairman should recognize the person that moves for a point of order, because that is one of the highest motion that should be recognized by the chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Noted. Honorable
Mr. Chair,
Honorable Vice Chairman Abante.
with the indulgence of Congressman Dionisio, may I be recognized?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, with the
just a point of inquiry. There's a motion for a point of order, and I have stated that is the one of the highest, well, in fact, second highest motion. So the chairman should rule on that point of order that was raised by, I think it's Congressman Valeriano.
My point of order is that the chairman already ruled na he was removed as vice chairman of the Committee on Good Government and Public Accountabilities. That's
It
all,
was
Mr.
already
Chairman.
answered. It was already ruled, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you po.
Mr. Chair,
With the indulgence of Congressman Dionisio, the chair would like to recognize the Vice Chairman Abante.
Mr. Chair, a while ago, COA has answered the question of Congressman Romy Acob as far as the difference between an intelligence fund and confidential fund. Can you please repeat that? Meron pagkakaiba ang intelligence fund saka ang confidential fund?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Ang Intel Fund po, it is given to uniformed and military personnel and intelligence practitioners. And the purpose is for activities that have direct impact to national security. For confidential fund, they are given to civilian government agencies that are intended to support the mandate or operations of the agency.
Okay, Mr. Chair, therefore, ang intelligence fund, hindi confidential fund.
Yes, Mr.
Okay,
Chair.
pero kanina, yung pong question ni Congressman Marcoleta, sinasabi niya palagi, confidential fund or intelligence fund. Am I right?
They are separate po.
O therefore, hindi po masyado naintindihan ni Congressman Marcoleta yung katanungan niya. Sapagkat kanyang pinareho ang confidential fund at ang intelligence fund. Na gusto kong itanong, Mr. Chair, no? Sinabi niya kanina, sinabi mo na mayroong confidential fund ang mga mayors and governors, di ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Intelligence fund, meron ba silang intelligence fund?
Generally, wala po since hindi naman po sila uniformed personnel.
Okay, malinaw, Mr. Chair, na walang intelligence fund ang mga gobernador at mga mayor. Pero merong confidential fund. Yun po ba? Tama ba ako?
Tama po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Yung mga vice mayor at vice governor, meron ba intelligence fund o confidential fund? Meron ba silang confidential fund ang vice mayor at vice governor?
Actually, sir, it's per agency po. So, if, for example, ma-designate na SDO ang vice, pwede po siyang mabigyan.
Ano yun?
It's
If
per
he is
agency po.
designated
If
as
he is
mayor. Correct.
As SDO po.
Oh,
As SDO.
depend. If the vice mayor is designated as mayor, magkakaroon siya, correct?
As mayor po. As SDO po.
Ano SDO?
As Special Disbursing Officer.
Special Dispersing
Special
Officer.
Yes.
Eh kung hindi, wala siyang confidential fund.
Yes.
O therefore, regularly, walang confidential fund ang vice mayor at ang vice governor.
Yes.
Ayan. Katulad din po yan ng Pangulo. Ang Pangulo dapat magkaroon ng confidential fund. Tama ho ba ako?
Kung based sa GAA po, tama po.
Opo. Pero ang Vice President, hindi kinakailangan magkaroon ng confidential fund. Am I right?
Not in...
Am I right? Not necessarily correct. Following my question on the line of questioning that I have with the Vice Governor and the Vice Mayor.
Sa NGAs po kasi, sir, what is expressly provided
Oo.
in the GAA. In the GAA po.
Then normally, katulad ng I'm just following the question that I asked, di ba? Sabi mo kanina, yung Vice Governor at yung Vice Mayor, normally wala yung confidential fund. Correct? Oh.
Yes, Madam Mr.
Unless
Chair.
otherwise, they've been designated as what?
As SDO, Mr. Chair.
SDO. Okay. Ganon din naman ang Pangulo at ang Vice President. Correct? Oh, kung yung Vice President designated din na ganyan, meron siyang confidential fund. Am I right?
Mr. Chair, what we only know is whoever is given confidential funds in the GAA can use
Siguro ang
confidential
BBM
funds.
pwede makasagot niyan. Yusek, pwede mo ba sagutin to?
Yeah, Mr. Chair.
Yusek Toledo, you're recognized.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Chair. So there is a provision in the GAA kung sino yung nabigyan po natin ng confidential fund, which is basically na-identify doon sa bawat GA po natin. For example, for 2023, nabigyan po natin ng ang mga ahensya ng gobyerno ng confidential fund from OP, tapos doon sa Office of the Vice President, at mayroon din sa DA, mayroon din sa DepEd, may DNRO. So all the way po, may listahan po tayo ng confidential funds na binibigyan natin sa bawat ahensya.
Yung po bang binigay nating confidential funds sa Vice President, is that normal? Is that a normal procedure? Is that a normal procedure or not? O ito lang ang kahilingan? Kahilingan lang po ito.
There was releases po natin in the previous administration, even Mr. Chair. So I think part of that, at may request po sila, so we provided them.
Kahilingan, request, di ba?
Mr.
But it
Chair.
is normal procedure. Si Vice President Lenny po ba, mayroon siyang confidential fund? Vice President Lenny Robredo? Nagkaroon ba siya ng confidential fund o hindi siya humiling?
I will check, Mr. Chair, of the data we have already provide.
Yung ibang naging Vice President, for example, like Vice President Cabayan, Noli de Castro, meron po pang confidential fund?
As Mr. Chair, as far as for the Vice President Leonard Bredo, wala pong confidential funds
Ayan,
po
wala.
na binigay natin.
Vice President de Castro, wala din, di ba?
I think wala rin po.
Vice President Doy Laurel, wala rin.
If I, that's too long. Wala. Sorry, sir. Oh, yeah?
Hindi pa, bata pa kayo noon.
Wala pa. Yes, Mr. Chair. Sorry for that. Pero yes, Mr. Chair, probably from the previous administration lately, as mentioned, si Vice Mayor, President Leonard Bredo, wala pong confidential fund.
Therefore, Yusek Toledo, taga saan po kayo, Toledo?
Sir, I'm from Region 1, North, Region 1 po ako.
Region 1, sa Ilocos.
Pangasinan, sir.
Saan?
From Pangasinan, Mr. Chair?
Pangasinan?
Yes, sir.
O, baka mag-anak kayo na misis ko. Toledo ang misis ko eh. Taga
Please wrap
Pangasinan
up,
din.
Congressman Abante.
Oh, hindi, natanong ko lang. Natanong ko lang. Kamag-anak ko to eh. Okay. Teka lang. Meron pa akong tanong sandali eh. Ha?
Mr.
So
Chairman.
therefore, Mr. Chair, it is not a normal procedure for the Vice President to have confidential funds because the previous Vice Presidents did not ask for any confidential fund, Mr. Chair. That is what I'm trying to say. So therefore, this is just a request from the Vice President. And being a very courteous DBM, you have given the Vice President confidential fund because if that is normal procedure and according to law, you should have given already confidential fund to the Vice President now. Di ba? Tama ba ako?
Yes, Mr. Chair, you're right.
Ayun. O gusto ko lang po malaman, Mr. Chair, ng taong bayan natin na hindi po normal procedure na magkaroon ng confidential fund ang Vice President sapagkat yung mga previous na Vice President ay hindi po nagkaroon ng confidential. Ito po'y kahilingan lamang. Kaya ang tanong natin dito, bakit kinakailangan magkaroon ng confidential fund ang Vice Presidente? Tulad po ng tanong ni Congressman Marcoleta, wala na po siya rito. Yung mayor, yung governor, maaaring okay yon. Pero yung vice mayor at yung vice governor, normally, wala. Yun lang po, Mr. Chair. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you. Before I recognize Congressman Pao Ortega, I would just like to make a short manifestation. That is precisely the reason and the purpose of this committee hearing because this is in aid of legislation. Now, we are seeing loopholes sa mga batas po natin. Kaya nga po, ginagawa po natin ito so that we will be able to draft or enact laws that will help us set certain parameters with respect to this issue. Kasi ngayon lang po natin nakikita to eh. So with that, the Honorable Ortega is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Of course, with the indulgence of Congressman Dionisio. Yes,
Okay daw.
please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Would just like to include for the consumption of the committee, Mr. Chair,